This is not good. Ricky Pearsall currently is out with a shoulder injury. And apparently, it's an injury he had before the draft, and the 49ers knew about it. This is according to Mike Silver, who technically didn't really report it. I don't know that he tweeted it or wrote about it in the Chronicle, but he mentioned it on KNBR. So for the journalists who did fly to Las Vegas for a preseason game, I'm not one of them. Sorry. You got to ask tonight. Forget the game. Hey, Mike Silver mentioned on KNBR that you knew about this shoulder injury before the draft, and it was a thing before the draft. Is that true? 1. 2, what is the nature of the injury? 3, is he going to play week 1? Is it a AC joint? Is it a rotator cuff? It sounds bad, though. I mean, it sounds like this is something that happened before the draft, and he re-aggravated it in rookie minicamp or OTAs, and then re-aggravated it again in training camp. So he's had long stretches of rest that haven't fixed it, and that's got to be really discouraging. And again, like, he hasn't gotten tackled yet. He re-aggravated it a few weeks ago blocking in a practice. Like, not even like in a game, like just a little token block. He hasn't gotten tackled to the ground yet. We don't know if this shoulder can really hold up to the rigors and violence of the NFL. So if it's true that he had this injury before the draft and they took him anyway in round 1, terrible, just awful. And the Niners, they're a hell of an organization. They do a great job of drafting in other rounds, but they need to just stop drafting in round 1 altogether, because other than Nick Bosa and Brandon Ayuk, it's just been a freaking disaster. From Solomon Thomas to Reuben Foster to Mike McGlinchey to Javon Kinlaw to Trey Lance and now Ricky Pearsall. Just bust after bust after bust after bust. And like, really, if Ricky Pearsall had an injury before they took him, I mean, it'd be a lot like the Javon Kinlaw pick. They knew Javon Kinlaw had a messed up knee, and they took him anyway. So the Niners, from now on, trade out of round 1, trade those picks for veterans or for more. Well, imagine if the Niners hadn't taken Pearsall and had just traded down. In round 2, they could have had an offensive tackle. They could have Roger Rosengarten. But instead, they have a wide receiver whose shoulder is messed up, and they apparently knew it anyway. So, at least they have Jacob Cowing.